This is First Alert Weather.
Well, taking a live look right now here at Banner Creek Science Center in Holton. 51 degrees is that current temperature. Feels exactly like that as well. Another fairly cool night here as we're definitely getting closer to the start of the fall season in just about 3 days now. So summer is pretty much on its way out, and we're seeing those cooler temperatures really start to take place here and giving us a taste of that fall weather. Still a little hazy, or foggy, I guess I should say, right now for most of the area. Not quite as bad here in Holton as some other areas, but definitely a bit noticeable if you're out and about driving on the roads this early so far this morning. That should be clearing out pretty soon, but again, that visibility does remain fairly low here for the moment across much of northeast Kansas. Topeka only at about 4 miles, Manhattan at just under 2, Marysville getting a little bit better now at 5. It was at 4 just a few moments ago here when we did our first weather there at the top of the show, and 10 miles in Concordia. You guys seem to be unaffected by this, unlike yesterday where that fog was pretty thick for you guys. So definitely not as widespread, but as we head towards later this afternoon, there's actually a pretty good chance we'll start to see a little bit of haze and that lower visibility continue, because once again we do have a little bit of some wildfire smoke starting to get advected in here to our area due to those northern winds from Canada pushing in a little bit of that smoke. We still have some of those wildfires way up to the north, and while this isn't going to be like what we saw about a week ago with that stronger haze here plaguing our area for a good 2 days, after about say 2 to 3 p.m. today we might start to notice a little bit of that haze here in the sky. But again, you can see it's on the lower end here, these bluer colors on our scale, and as the day progresses and as we head into overnight, we do expect that to pretty much filter out of the area completely. Just a brief part of our afternoon that again you might notice if you're spending a lot of time outdoors. Dew points right now all across the area are in the upper 40s to lower 50s. Another dry atmosphere day here in the region, and that's going to pretty much kill any chances of rain that we might expect to linger from last night into this morning. Should be pretty dry all of today and for tomorrow likely as well here. We expect a pretty sunny day, maybe a little bit of some clouds, but we are in the upper 70s to lower 80s across much of the region here, and I'd be very surprised if we even really saw more than a few passing clouds in the sky for most of today, at least after we get past this morning here. Rain chances though over the next several days will be increasing quite a bit. After Monday, it looks like we're off to the races with a lot of those chances here between about 40 and 70% from Tuesday all the way through next weekend. So we might have a pretty good mix here of on and off rain throughout the next several days. Very similar to what we saw on Friday is my thinking at the moment. I don't think thunderstorm activity would be very likely with this, but again, just some very on and off rain throughout the region. 81 for today here in northeast Kansas. Sunny and a little bit hazy as I mentioned this afternoon, but not going to be sticking around for all that long here. As we head into tonight, things should start to clear out, and we should be looking at a pretty clear night for the most part. Maybe a few passing clouds, but definitely no risk of precipitation. And over the next several days, we're going to see those temperatures warm up briefly, but then sort of cool back down here to the lower 80s to upper 70s, all while we have those chances of rain here more prominently featured in our forecast.